Welcome into Now at 11. We're glad you're with us today. It's been a busy morning already. We do have breaking news out of Homewood, where we have just learned the names of the victims in that deadly shooting at Baptist Health Brookwood Hospital. The Jefferson County coroner says 24-year-old Precious Alicia Janae Johnson was found dead with multiple gunshot wounds, and 19-year-old Kenneth William Terry Jr. was found with an apparent self-inflicted gunshot. The coroner says Johnson was a patient at the Women's Medical Center and Terry was a visitor. The hospital was on lockdown for hours as Homewood police investigated the shooting. Police say preliminary investigations show the shooting was an apparent murder.
This video may include images, audio, or video clips used for educational and commentary purposes under Section 107 of the U.S. Copyright Act, Fair Use. This video contains discussion of real-life violence and self-harm, which some viewers may find disturbing. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. Two people, one moment, and a decision that could never be undone. On a day that should have been ordinary, Precious Johnson lost her life. And hours later, Kynath William Terry Jr. was gone too. This wasn't a random act of violence. It wasn't a stranger. It was something far more personal. Before the headlines, before the sirens, there were real lives. Precious Johnson was described as vibrant, loving, the kind of person whose laugh filled a room. Family meant everything to her. She had dreams, plans, a future still unfolding. And Kynath William Terry Jr., someone who once shared space in her world, would ultimately become part of its most tragic chapter. No one wakes up expecting their name to become a headline. But in a matter of moments, everything changed. Authorities responded to reports of gunfire. When officers arrived, they found Precious Johnson suffering from fatal injuries. The scene was heavy, final. Not long after, Kynath William Terry Jr. was discovered deceased from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Investigators would later confirm what no one wanted to believe. There was no third suspect, no active shooter on the run. This was a murder unaliving, a private conflict that turned into permanent loss. It was alleged by family members and friends that this tragedy happened because Kynath was told when the baby was born that the baby was not his, and then he snapped. Pain, jealousy, anger, desperation, moments where conflict escalates beyond reason. And once a trigger is pulled, there is no rewind button. Families are left not only grieving, but questioning. Were there warning signs? Could someone have intervened? What was happening that no one saw? These are questions that may never have full answers.
Family members are devastated after a new mother was shot and killed by her husband, who then took his own life. It all happened in Brookwood Hospital less than 24 hours ago. The Jefferson County coroner's report says Precious Johnson was shot multiple times. Authorities say she was a patient in the hospital. Family members say the 24-year-old had just had a baby with her husband, 19-year-old Kynath Terry Jr. According to the coroner, Terry died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Homewood police think the hospital shooting was a domestic-related murder-suicide. WVTM 13's Lisa Crane joins us live and local from Brookwood Hospital. Lisa, you spoke with family members in the Alabama Hospital Association today. What have you learned?
Well, I did speak with Kynath Terry's mother today. As you can imagine, she is devastated. She did not want to speak on camera, but she told me she just can't understand what happened. She said this young couple was having some marital problems, and Precious Johnson did not want Terry's family at the hospital when she delivered the baby, but she still can't comprehend that her son could be violent. 19-year-old Kynath Terry had a lot going on in his life. His mother tells me he had finished Army National Guard boot camp, had married 24-year-old Precious Johnson, and they were expecting a baby. But Sunday night, after Johnson delivered her baby, authorities say Terry shot her several times and then turned the gun on himself.
I think it's a sad, but this was an isolated incident. And I will say in my 30 years of working at the Hospital Association and representing our hospitals in the state, this is the first time something has occurred like this.
Because of this tragic incident, Howard says we could see changes to security protocol at hospitals like Baptist Health Brookwood. I wanted to get an idea of the security there. Less than a day after the shootings, I walked through the labor and delivery unit unchecked.
Hospitals always do after action reports and look at what are the lessons learned, what worked well, what might need to be refined. And in doing that, it's not uncommon for the hospital association to pull together all of our hospitals to share information and best practices and what worked and what didn't work and what might need to be revisited.
Now, I reached out to leaders here at the hospital. They did not want to speak on camera or address specific questions about security. Howard says there are no security mandates in Alabama for hospitals here, but she says, of course, that could change, and there will be a lot to learn from this incident. Live in Homewood, Lisa Crane, WVTM 13.
Lisa, thanks. Homewood Mayor Jennifer Andrus is reacting to what she says is an active investigation, saying police acted quickly to secure the scene and ensure there was no ongoing threat to the public.
The story of Precious Johnson and Kynath William Terry Jr. is not just about how it ended. It's about how quickly life can change, how unchecked emotions can turn irreversible, and how fragile tomorrow truly is. If you or someone you know is experiencing domestic conflict or emotional crisis, please seek help. Speaking up could save a life. Rest in peace, Precious. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more stories like these.